Hello class, this is your teacher Mr. McDougall, and this is your next project tutorial for the Unit 4 shot list. We are in U507. We're going to learn how to create our own shot list now. So we are not watching any more of these StudioBinder YouTube videos and practicing any particular shot types. Now we're going to start putting it all together as we begin to wrap up this unit. This will be your second to last project for this unit, and then we'll go over the final project next. So for this one, we're actually going to be creating a shot list from our original screenplay all the way back in Unit 2 when we first practiced screenplay writing. So if you have not gone and finished that one, if you weren't here for that, or if you've not completed that, you must complete that first. So if you have not done that, go back and complete that because it will also feed into the final project. Okay? I provided a link again to StudioBinder. I provided this link back during this assignment as well, but just in case you missed it or you did not bookmark it, you can click here to go to StudioBinder. This is the website for the entire YouTube series we've been watching all unit long for the shot list. If you are brand new to this and you have not signed up yet, you will click sign up free and you'll create a login, and where it says company, you will put AUSD for the company. So again, I wrote that down right here as well. Where it says company type, you're just going to put AUSD if it's your first time signing up. If you were here when we completed the screenplay project, you already have a login, so just go to login and remember your school email and the password you created to sign back in. And here is our screenplay that we wrote back in Unit 2. So if we go all the way back to Unit 2, you can remember what that project was, screenplay writing right here. Remember this one. We talked about screenplay writing. We wrote a basic screenplay just between two characters. We had two students meeting at school and just having a simple conversation about a show, movie, or hobby that they like. And it could have been you and a friend or two made-up characters either way. This was the screenplay we originally wrote. So we're going to build a shot list based on this screenplay. And we're going to keep it simple, which is why I had you keep your script simple in the beginning with just two major characters. Okay, so again, if you have not completed this, you must go back and complete this part first. So do that first, and then you can come back to the one we're currently working on, creating a shot list. So the way we're going to create a shot list, it'll look similar to this. We're going to create a little thumbnail, and we're going to create a shot list with the detailed descriptions of everything we've been practicing. Shot sizes, angles, types, movement, equipment, all of that stuff, which is why we're putting it all together. So in your StudioBinder, if you go back to your StudioBinder login, click on your project for your original screenplay. This is what we created back in the beginning. Originally, we just had the screenplay. That was it. That was the only feature we turned on. So now we're just going to turn on one other feature for a shot list. So if you go back up to the top where the main project title is right here, if you hover your mouse over it, you'll see you have this project features option right here. Click project features, and we're just going to turn on one other tab, which is this one, shot list. So now that's turned on, and you must click apply for it to happen. If you don't click apply, it won't turn on. Click apply. Now if you scroll down, you see we have two options, screenplay and shot list. So this is our original screenplay, exactly where we left off. Remember, everything auto saves, so it's back where you were. And now we're going to create a shot list to go with that screenplay. So click on shot list, and we're going to click get started. And we're just going to do create manually. We're going to start from scratch. We don't need to import. It gets a little too complicated. So for the name, just put your name and then shot list. Just like we did with the screenplay. Just put your name and then shot list. You can put your full name, or if it doesn't fit, just put your first name. And here, specifically, there's only a few things that we're going to turn on. We're only going to turn on the things that we've actually practiced in this class. So make sure you, again, check these off specifically. Turn off color. Turn off description, turn off estimated time, and then turn on equipment. So these 6 are the only ones that are turned on. These are the ones that we practice. Image, shot, type, movement, equipment, and shot size. These are the ones we've been practicing for this unit. So make sure just these 6 are turned on. So make sure these aren't turned on. If you have to pause the video to double check that this is, then do that, and then move on, hit next. And for the number of shots, we're just going to do 5 for this one. We're going to keep it simple. So change this where it says start blank, change it to 5, and then click add shots. So you're going to create a shot list for your screenplay with just 5 simple shots. Again, just like the example I have right here. We're going to have these 5, and then these are the requirements for your shot. So you're going to take 5 shots from your screenplay of your 2 characters talking, and they must be these specific 5. You need 1 wide shot of both characters. You need 1 full shot of both characters. You need an OTS, or an over the shoulder, of the first character, and you need an over the shoulder of the second character. And lastly, you need an insert shot, which is a close-up of an object or something important. And you can see that's what I have right here. I have a wide shot of both characters, a full shot over the shoulder for character 1, over the shoulder for character 2, and then a insert shot. So this is how you create it. So read your script. Make sure you have your script ready so you can understand the story and set up your characters. Remember where you set it. Did you set it in the classroom or outside the classroom or at the lunch tables? Go to where you set it, and you're just going to take pictures with the camera. So you're not going to take any video right now. We just need pictures for these thumbnails right here. So we're just going to take little snapshot photos to put here, and then we're going to put the description. So there's not going to be any video or camera movement involved, but you need to stage your actors to create the thumbnail. So again, however you had your story, if you had 2 characters talking, like this one, we had our 2 characters sitting outside the classroom and talking, go position your actors there to stage for your shots. If you're one of the characters, if you wrote yourself into the screenplay, then that's fine. Just have someone acting as yourself. Just have someone else be you for the photo. You just need to take 2 photos. So stage your actors wherever they need to be, give them guidance, and then take the proper shot picture for the thumbnail. Okay, so let me give you an example. The way you're going to start adding it, so once you have your 5 shots like this, remember the first one is a wide shot. So to upload your photo, you're going to click on this little arrow to upload it, and then it allows you to drag and drop your files right here. So if I open my photos, remember you need to take these pictures first. So first take these photos with your actors, stage them, and just take the 5 shots that you need, and then you'll upload them here. So I'll take my wide shot, and I could just drop it right here, and that will put my wide shot right there. If I need to retake it, I can click the X and try again, or you can move on to the next one again. Click the arrow, and then when it brings to this page, then I will grab my folder or my file and drop it here. This will be my full shot. The next 2 are my over the shoulders, so click on the arrow. Here's my over the shoulder right here. Here's my second over the shoulder right here. And this one is just about 2 characters having a simple conversation. We kept it simple. They're just sitting there and talking. Lastly is my insert shot. So this is, again, insert shot is a close-up of something important. So this one, they're showing each other something on the phone. So the phone is the insert shot. All right. So we're halfway there. Next thing is we just need to label the photos, which is why I've been having you guys practice labeling your photos throughout the entire unit. So the first thing is shot size. If you click on shot size, it brings up a list of options, and it's all the ones that we practice. So remember, the first one is a wide shot. So you click wide shot right here for this first one. The second one is a full shot. These are what they should be. Make sure you take the pictures properly. If you don't actually take a full shot, it must be a full shot. The pictures need to match the description. This one, again, I only said over the shoulder, which is not a shot size. So this one depends on how you what shot size you went with for your over the shoulder. For me, I went with a medium shot right here. So this one would be a medium. Yours might be different for this one. For me, this one is also a medium. And again, depending on how you did your insert shot, that shot size might be different. It might be most likely will be a close-up or an extreme close-up. For me, mine is a close-up. Then we're going to go to shot type. And this will be a combination of lessons 2, 3, and 4. Talk about camera framing for lesson 2, camera angles for lesson 3, and then camera focus for lesson 4. So then you're going to put all 3 of these checkboxes here for this type. And again, this one will depend on how you shot it. Everyone might shoot a little bit differently. This is a 2 shot because we have both characters. So this should always be a 2 shot for your framing for this first one. And then what angle did you decide to shoot yours at? Did you go with a low angle, a high angle? For me, mine's about eye level. So I'm going to click eye level. And your wide shot should always be in a deep focus. So wide shot should be deep focus. Let's move on to the next one. This one is, again, a 2 shot. I see both characters. I'm still at eye level for this one. I didn't change my angle just yet. And we're still in a deep focus because I could see them in the background. And again, yours might be slightly different on some of these. You might have done a different angle. Next, go to the over the shoulder. All right, this one for sure is an over the shoulder. And then again, depending on your angle, for me, this one's pointed down. So that would make this one a high angle because I'm pointed down on these characters. And now we're going into a shallow focus because now I'm focused on them and the background is blurry. Again, pick what applies to you. This is what applies to me. Yours might be slightly different. This one's the same. This is another over the shoulder high angle because it's pointed down. And I'm in a shallow focus. For your insert shot, and this will only be for this one, for some reason on the labeling, I'm not sure why, for framing, it does not have the insert option. So you just have to type it in down here where it says custom. Just click custom and then type insert. And that will put your framing right there. For some reason, it's not an option, even though it was on our cheat sheet. So you just have to type it in, no problem. And again, what angle did you go with? For me, this one, I went with another high angle because it's pointed down, and I'm in shallow focus again. If you went with a Dutch angle or a ground level, again, yours might be different depending on how you structure yours, but this is for mine. All right, so we have our shot sizes, our framing, our angle, and our focus. For these last two, for movement and equipment, it actually doesn't matter what you put since we're only taking pictures and not video. So for this, you could put whatever you want. You can use your imagination for movement. If you want to do static, like there's no movement at all, you can. If you want to just put static for most of them. Or you can pretend there's a tilt. Maybe I tilted down for this one, and maybe I tilted down for this one. And let's say I tilted down for this one too. But again, this one, it doesn't really matter what you put for movement and equipment. You could put whatever you want since we're not actually taking video. But feel free to use your imagination. If you want to pretend like you did a push-in or use the dolly, go for that. That's fine. You can put handheld if there's just handheld movement. Or if you want to say the tripod, this would be sticks. Sticks means tripod. So again, you could put that. Either one for any of these. If you want to pretend, again, let's pretend I did a gimbal shot or a dolly shot right here. And then let's just have some fun and say this is also a dolly shot. And let's just say this one was handheld as I tilted down. Why not? Who cares? So this part will be fun. Again, make sure you just properly label all 5 of your shots, just like that. And that's all you're going to do for this. The way you're going to turn it in, again, make sure this is all done correctly. You've taken the correct shot sizes and the labeling matches how you took the shot. So to turn it in, you're just going to go to these 3 dots over here. Very similar to how we turned in the screenplay, only just slightly different because there's different options. Click on the dots for settings, and you're going to go to print right here. It doesn't give you the download option, but we can go through it a different way by clicking print. And right here, it'll probably say destination. Change the destination to just save as PDF. That'll keep it simple. That'll just download it as a regular PDF, and you should see your options right here. Then click save. That's fine. You could just download it. Just make sure it says your name shot list again for the name before you turn it in. Then save. And now it's in our downloads folder, ready to be turned in. So if I go back, so where you can attach a file, you're going to turn it in right there. One thing to keep in mind, I forgot to mention this when you're taking your photos, but you'll notice that all of my photos are on the same side. And that is called the 180-degree rule, which I attached a little image for you right here. So when you're taking your pictures, in the film industry, we call this the 180-degree rule, where you have your 2 characters having a conversation, facing each other. All of your camera angles should be on the same side. So if you think of like a big circle, if you're looking down on them from an overhead shot, think of a giant circle going around them. We call it the 180-degree rule because we just stay on this half. You don't have to necessarily do it in these 3 spots, but just don't cross the line to go to the other side of these characters. So when you're taking your picture, you should always, if you pick this side, make sure you're always on this person's right and this person's left over here. Don't start taking your pictures back and forth. Don't do some here and some over on this side. That wouldn't make any sense. It disorients the audience. So we just stay on this half right here. This is what's called the 180-degree rule when it comes to framing. And again, that's what you can see right here with mine. They're all on the same side. I'm on her right and her left. Same thing. I'm still on this side, her right and her left. Same thing over here. I haven't crossed to the other side of their bodies. I'm staying on this half. That is called the 180-degree rule. So make sure you apply that when you are taking your pictures as well. So when you turn it in, again, you'll find your PDF folder now, your downloads. Here is your shot list. This is what you're turning in, and that will be it for this project. Okay? So again, have fun. Make sure you're labeling everything correctly. And again, take your time and think it out because our final project will be next, and it's going to be a more complicated and elaborate version of this. So this is why I'm having you start out with an easier version before we ramp it up a little bit. Okay? So again, have fun and let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you on the final project.